Hey guys, so today I just want to talk to you guys about my running story. Uh, I wasn't always the awesome runner that I am right now, just joking. I'm not really the best runner. I am a mid-pack to back-to-the-pack runner, but I am a runner and we all have our stories, and that's what I love about YouTube or just about running in general. Everybody has a running story, and that's why it's beautiful to show that. I show that through my running videos of like Tony's ultra marathon or Joe's ultra marathon. Everybody has a running story, and this is mine. It started back in, I want to say 2003 or 2004. It was my first, I don't even know what distance it was. It was a 5K or a 10K, but it could have been a marathon to me because that's what it felt like. My brothers and sister wanted to do this run. I think it was the Texans run, but it was a Texans 5K or 10K. And I didn't want to run it. I told them I would stay in the car while they did the run. I didn't know how long I would be there, but I just knew I didn't want to run the race. So they kept on convincing me to run the race, and I told them I had no shoes, and I didn't. But luckily in the back of the car, I had a pair of shoes I used to mow the lawn with. And you know what? I was like, fine, I'll do the race, put on the shoes, and then I was off to try to do this 5K or 10K, whatever it was. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I didn't know what distance it was. 5K, who talks in Ks? We are not in the metric system here, so I didn't know what a K was. But I signed up for the race and went up to the start line, and we started. And of course, I went off too fast, and I started walking. And then back then, I even had foot pain. I remember I was running, and literally the shoes that I had to mow the lawn, they were the oldest pair of shoes ever, because as I ran, the foam around the sole of the foot was breaking off as I ran. So this was of course causing me foot pain because my shoes were crap. My fitness wasn't there. And towards the end of the race, I remember seeing the sag wagon. I remember even seeing a person in crutches. They passed me as I was struggling to get to the finish line. And then when we got inside the stadium, I finished the race and I was like, man, I'm never going to do that again. That was the most painful experience I ever had, and I was never going to run again. And then fast forward a few years, I gained some weight, and like many people, they want to start an exercise program. And for me, I decided just to go walking around the neighborhood. I would just walk. I was happy to do that for a few weeks, just walking, just to walk and get my walk in every week to week. But there were light poles in my neighborhood, like every neighborhood. And I always wondered on some of my walks what it would be like to run to the next light pole. And that's what I did. One day I decided to run to the next light pole, and that was fun. You know, my heart was racing. I set a goal for myself and I reached it. And then before I knew it, I was running the whole way, trying to see what I could do. And then a couple months went by, and I was like, let's sign up for another race. Let's sign up for another one of those 5Ks, 10Ks that I thought I would never do. So I signed up for a 5K, me and my brother, Willie. You've seen him in a lot of my videos. We signed up together and we did, I think it was a turkey trot. It might have been a turkey trot or a local run group run that I did first, but it was fun. And we ran 5Ks after 5K after 5K, and I was getting faster and faster. And then we decided to move up to a half marathon. It was the Angie's Half Crazy Half Marathon. That's the first half marathon I did. I trained up to about 9 to 10 miles. And I did that race. After mile 10 though, during that race, I remember thinking I'm gonna be in trouble. And from mile 10 to 13, I walked, ran, and I was struggling, but I finished. I finished in a time of 2:10. I think 2:10 or 2:11. So it was pretty good for my first half marathon, but I remember I could not walk back to the car. I actually told my brother to drive up to the sidewalk where I was and pick me up there because I was not walking to the end of the car. And I could not imagine people running anything more than a half marathon because that was crazy, and I was never going to do a full marathon. And then fast forward a few years, a couple of half marathons, I start running, start getting faster. I decided to sign up for a full marathon, the Houston full marathon, I think 2010, 2011. It's back here. 2000. Yeah, 2010. That was my first full marathon. It was a Houston marathon. I went there and I had trained. I had done, I think, up to 17, 18 miles. And I ran. I remember seeing George Bush on the course. I saw him twice, on 2010 and then 2011. But that was awesome to see. Experience of the crowds out there, feeling the energy of the whole marathon experience. I ran my first marathon, and after that, I was hooked. I was hooked to running. I wanted more bling. Back in the day, at that time, you only got medals for doing a half marathon or a full marathon. You didn't get medals for a 5K or 10K. I wanted to get the medals, get the bling. It was fun. I was wondering what it would be like to see my medal rack full of medals. And now I have, what, 3, 4 medal racks. And I don't even put medals on my medal racks anymore. But yeah, that's how I started running. I got hooked. The GoPro didn't come into my life until 2011. That's when I got it as a Christmas present from my brother. I got a little GoPro and I was like, what can I do with this? I don't do much, but I did run. And I brought out my GoPro on my first trail run. It was at my brother-in-law's place and we went out there and I brought it out and did a little time-lapse video. I thought it was pretty cool. But the footage was always pretty shaky. And I was always looking for a way to stabilize the footage because the footage was really shaky. So I brought out the selfie stick. At the time, there was no such thing as selfie sticks. I want to say that I probably made the selfie stick popular because back in the day, in 2011, 2012, I was the only one carrying a monopod, as they called it back then. It was not a selfie stick, it was a monopod. So I stuck my GoPro on the end of it and that stabilized the GoPro a little bit better. So I could have better video. That's what I did. Imagine if I kept posting YouTube videos back in 2011, 2012. My channel would be huge now, but it wasn't my focus. It was never focused to do a whole bunch of videos on YouTube until about last year. But anyway, that's how I got started with the GoPro, and the GoPro has been running with me since 2012. GoPro, DJI Osmo Pocket, or the 360 camera. That's what I've been doing. So I ran, and I was getting faster and faster. Ran a few marathons. Got my best time was 4:20 for the marathon. I think that was in the Gusher Marathon. I want to say in 2015, I hurt my back. I was running a lot. I was lifting, but I was just doing bro lifts. So I wasn't really focusing on my core, my back, anything like that. I was focusing on my arms and my chest. So I was getting muscular and big, but I wasn't a solid, balanced, muscled runner. So one day I picked up a tire and my back went out. I was in pain for maybe 2 to 3 months. It was horrible. I would never wish that on my worst enemy. I was trying to take pills. I was looking for any kind of solution. In that 3 months, I swore to myself that if I ever got better and this pain ever went away, that I would promise myself never to get back to that pain again because it was horrible. And I looked up what to do. I saw yoga was one thing to do. I saw that you can do strength training. And that's where I went. I went to do strength training. So what I did, I found Strong List 5x5. I did that program. And now I gotta say, my back is strong. My core is a lot stronger than it was before. And I have not had any injuries since then. So now, after that, I've been trying to build back my strength, trying to build back my stamina and get back to the times that I had before. I think last year is when I told myself that I would reset my PRs because I am not the same person that I was 5 years ago. I'm a different Jeremy. I'm a different athlete. I want to hopefully start running again. I have this plantar fasciitis issues, but I want to start running again and get stronger and faster. What's the most important thing that I learned is that all runners lie. What do I mean by that? I told myself after that first 10K or 5K, whatever race that was, that I would never run again. And then I ran. After the half marathon, I told myself I would never do a distance past half marathon. I could never do it. And then I did it again. So whenever you tell yourself that you can't do as a runner or just as a person, know that you can do it. You just think you can't right now. All right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know that I haven't had too many running videos, but hopefully in the near future, probably in March, maybe February 29, I'll have a race or two for you guys to watch on my channel. And please subscribe, like my video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. What's going on? I'm gonna do a full marathon. The experience of the run, experience of the metal rack, and get all the bling. So what I did, I looked at Strong List. So what I did, I used to, the times I used to, what have I learned? What's the most important thing that I learned is that all runners lie. If you guys enjoyed this video, please